About Reese Taylor is how are you going to use him in this offense, and how much does he really know at this point offensively? Do you have to special tailor things to him because he's played mostly defense in camp?
Well, we know a lot about him because we have used him, already, and as Coach said, we'll use him more, and that's about all I will elaborate on. I don't want to help Virginia in their preparation, but we'll do what Coach talked about there.
Tight ends, did they meet your expectations, exceed your expectations? It seems like they were pretty active, especially down in the red zone. Well,
really, it's amazing going through camp. Those guys have really been working hard, their preparation, and it was good to finally, put it into a game situation, just see what they were going to be like. I mean, you never know going into a game, especially game one, what guys will be like. And I thought all three guys played well, played hard, great effort. And so, I was proud of what they did.
Coach, can you speak to your impressions on some guys that were making their debuts out there in week one? Stevie Scott, obviously Reese, and just how you thought they did in their first game action.
Yeah, again, Coach elaborated on it, and I can just all I can do is say the same thing, basically, in that the same guys, and when I started tight end, Peyton Hendershot really stepped his game up. Early in camp, Peyton was like running routes to feel his way, more or less, to find the holes and things like that, instead of running them full speed and then reacting. And so we had to get him out of that, and he did that. This game he played fast, did a great job with his routes, did a great job with his blocking. I was impressed with his blocking technique. Coach mentioned about Matt Bjorson also. You never know with a true freshman, it's just where they'll be. And what they will learn. He's learned everything very well, and then he's put it to use. He's got to improve a few things technique-wise, like every football player does. But I was proud of the way he played. And as you mentioned, Stevie, for his first game out there, and he really didn't get as many reps leading up to that in training camp. And then at the end of training camp, he started getting a lot more reps. And so, I just think he'll do nothing but continue to get better. And I think also, Coach mentioned Ty Freifogel. Every day I just see more confidence coming with him, and just seeing him continue to make more plays. So, those are a few of them.
Coach, Richmond only had 34 yards rushing against Virginia. Was that more Richmond was having problem, or were there things that you saw that Virginia was doing really well against the running attack?
Well, I think Virginia, number one, they've got a whole different scheme. It all starts off the odd front, and they play 2-4 eyes, and last year they blitzed every blitz known to mankind. And so I think their scheme is very good, and they've got good players. So we've got we're still in our preparation right now, and we've got to, find ways of, making great yards and getting the run game going. The run game is always important in every football game, and so it's going to be very important in this one.
A generic question, but just how do you grade Peyton and Michael? I know kind of two different games in terms of what you were asking from them in different situations, but that quarterback position, how do you feel like they graded out?
Well, I thought they both played winning football. And, Peyton's interception, they always say, well, the quarterback shouldn't have thrown it. Well, really what he saw, he should have. But, we didn't have good spacing on that one particular play. And a guy fell off, and, he didn't see him. And I put that on myself and our coaches. We got to do a better job with that one play, and we will. And so I thought he played very well. I think I might be mistaken. I think he completed like 9 in a row there. I think he was just did a really good job. I thought that throw to Donovan on that touchdown, that first one, was an unbelievable throw. I mean, to rip it in there, and he had a free safety that was cheated back weak a little bit, but to rip that ball in there that quick was a great throw. And then when Mike went in, just very poised. Nothing's too big for him, and went in and executed the offense. And I think we didn't go in and just run the ball all the time. I mean, we put the ball down the field with him, and he had the one overthrow to Luke, but other than that, I mean, really great throws, and did a great job of running the offense. And then Peyton comes back in to finish it up to run the offense there, and especially with 6 minutes left to go in the game. And I thought we did a great job of the clock management, snapping the ball with just a couple seconds left every time. And we were getting into some different plays that way, and just thought he did a good job running the offense.
I think, you guys obviously had good success in the red zone. I think the only time you were held to a field goal was an offensive interference call that really, prompted that. But,
Right.
Not only the tight ends played well, but tell me what kind of a weapon you think you have in Donovan Hale now, a 6'4" kid that really showed some things the other night.
Yeah, exactly. And we got another one in Nick too. And but when you got big wideouts, that's in the red zones where they stick out more than anything. Going up and making plays like that. And that, again, the catch that Donovan made was a great catch back behind him. That's a tough catch now. But Peyton had to put the ball back there because the linebacker was starting to relate towards Donovan. So if he would have put the ball out in front, could have been tipped or who knows what happens. But Peyton made a good throw, putting it on his back shoulder, or really back hip, and just a great catch. But those two guys should be great weapons for us, and especially down the red zone.
What does Ronnie Walker have to do to surface in the backfield, and I guess how much do you challenge him now with Cole being out?
Who?
Ronnie Walker.
Yeah, he's learning, and he's got some things, some strengths that way, but he just has to continue to learn the offense, especially his reads in the run game, and then also protections with all the different multiple blitzes you get nowadays. You've got to be glued in, and he's learning that. And so, it's just a learning process really for him right now.
You mentioned Donovan, but obviously he's been banged up the last couple of years, hasn't necessarily been fully healthy, gotten his way through the whole season. Was last Saturday kind of what you all expect out of him? Is it what you see from him in practice every day?
Yeah, and I will say, I think Donovan would tell you, I think it was more early in training camp, he was inconsistent, and as Coach said, we've all been pushing him to make plays like that. That's what he should be. He should be a playmaker. And so it was just so great to see, him do that. And, I asked him today, I said, what are you going to be like this week? And he kind of smiled and he says, better. And I said, great, that was the right answer. So he has to be like that for us.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.